Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the session where you have a great story to tell.
And we're going to do it a little different than what you might be used to. We're going to take a look at an inspiring customer case and his unique business.
And we're going to approach this from two different angles. From the creative side and the idea that got it all started.
And then on the other side, the technology that enables that big idea to come to life.
From Norway, I'm Untitled.
And from the Netherlands, I'm Chris Walewens, and together we will take you from the creative side all the way to the technical implementation at our customer in Norway. Over to you, Jorn.
I'm very happy to be given this opportunity to tell you my story. I make my living from creativity. 3 years ago, I was completely in the dark about what was happening in the printing technology. I came to know it, I started using it, I saw some limitations that were there, I challenged those limitations, and we saw progress. I went from zero knowledge to helping print suppliers making the core printing known in the interior market. And now assist those who do this for a living. I work as a trend analyst for one of Scandinavia's leading tile suppliers, MODULAR. I work with marketing, in creative process, as concept and product development, and together with architects and designers to help them find the right materials for their project. However, probably the main reason why I'm here today is because I am a co-author and a photographer of a book called Dusty. Dusty is all about timeless color choices. The book is documenting the colors that we have been living for with hundreds of years and still do, and why it still be a good choice to choose the same color. Dusty is all about the feeling that makes a room good to stay in. The project also led to an establishment of Dusty as an interior brand. Without printing technology, we wouldn't have any product. I'm talking about the wallpaper. All this together with my good friend Maria Horgen. Have a look.
What's great about the Dusty project is they make something educationally. I think my students will find this amazing because people are not familiar to know that you can do these things. A book that people, young, old, can learn about history, about the color. So I love Dusty project.
The technology you use can actually revolutionize how many things is being produced today. With the advance of technology, you can deliver 100 times faster than the traditional production. You can also produce the exact amount what the customer is asking for because you work digital. Production is simplified. That smaller production can be justified. It is also minimizing big economic risk that might have scared many designers to follow the dreams to produce their own collection. It can also be the end of overproduction and expensive inventory levels. Isn't that a way to be more sustainable? There are more opportunities than limitations, and which is exactly what a designer needs to know. Look what's happened when we cooperate. For 2,5 år siden så var jeg delaktig i et bokprosjekt, Dusty. Og i den forbindelsen så ble jeg introdusert for en hel del med ny trykkteknologi, en ny generasjon, som jeg ikke ante om. Og det bare åpnet en hel verden for meg, for plutselig så jeg muligheter på å trykke og sette personlig preg og få unike rom, ut av å trykke ting på kjente materialer. Det ble bare helt sånn fyrverkeri oppi hodet mitt. Dekor fra gamle herskapshus sto nokså sentralt i Dusty-prosjektet, og det å kunne gjenskape historiske vegger ble et nytt spin-off-prosjekt. Å restaurere en gammel utslitt tapet som vi gjorde med Dusty Gimle hadde mange utfordringer for meg som fotograf med det digitale verktøyet jeg hadde. Mange dager og netter med intens jobbing. Og når jeg sto der med det ferdige resultatet, så skjønte jeg at dette kunne revolusjonere måten vi gjenskapte historiske vegger på i dag. Da var det nyttårsaften en gang igjen. Det var masse nye ideer. Men kunne denne jobben forenkles mer? Var jobben så tung fordi jeg hadde løst det feil teknisk? Kunne jeg optimalisere metoden? Så var det å utfordre teknologene litt til. Fordi jeg brant for å sikre digitale spor av fortiden for fremtiden. Canon Europa med forretningsutvikler Anton Strand i spissen satte sammen et team og sendte meg rett og slett til Nederland på forskningssenteret til Canon der. Og det var for å teste ut om det jeg ikke fikk svar på her hjemme, fordi nå jeg ute på et helt ukjent område for de fleste. Hvilke utstyr egnet seg best, og hvordan dette utstyret skulle brukes for å få optimalisert prosessen. For håndverket med å digitalisere må være helt presist og for å unngå forringelser i etterbehandlingen av filene. Filene skal over på et materiale som ikke skulle være noe dårligere enn originalen, men heller tillegge det bedre kvalitet, men beholde utseendet og taktiliteten som originalen. Og i tillegg finne nye bruksområder. Men midt oppi dette bokprosjektet så knytter jeg meg til Modena fliser som trendekspert. Og den kunnskapen jeg nå har, den tar jeg med meg videre. Og Modena fliser omfavner da kreative krefter, og de har allerede sett et behov for å tilby markedet særegne og unike løsninger, fordi de ser at trendene endrer seg så enormt raskt. Så da vi i gang med et nytt prosjekt, og det blir gjort ganske mange tester hos vår lokale printleverandør, men også Canon verden over har mange teknologer som setter i gang og tester. Og vi kommer frem til noe på kryss av landegrenser og profesjon, et veldig godt resultat. Som gjør at trykkingen nå kan foregå hjemme, og ikke i utlandet som det var muligheter for tidligere, på en veldig tungvint og gammel måte, som gjorde at hele den prosessen for det første tok veldig lang tid, og ble veldig kostbar, og mistet kanskje litt av den kontrollen som du får under produksjonen her hjemme. Og akkurat det fører til at vi høsten 2018 kan lansere et helt nytt produkt her på Modena fliser, print på flis. Og da åpner det seg en del muligheter for interiør- og dekormarkedet. Og det må jo være i prikken over i-en for en designer å få dette gjort, og få skapt det unike og særegne rommet de ønsker. Og det fine med det hele var å se den synergieffekten som oppstår når man deler kunnskap, og det engasjementet som oppstår. Uten de kreative til å pushe teknologien, vet teknologene ikke å utvikle. Men uten teknologene har de kreative ingen utvikling. An important message from me to the printer market is don't underestimate the importance of knowledge that exists in the industry when it comes to material or surfaces used for printing. I will introduce you all for a new concept, material theft. Material theft is the understanding of what material media to use, where and when. Tactile surfaces appeals most to our senses. It makes a hard material soft and welcoming. It's a part of the identity of the product and perhaps the most important details for a designer. If you want to present something high-end, you have to understand what that entails. The details is the grand vision. It's accuracy and precision that you put into the design, the production, and marketing. One example, think about what makes the difference between a 3 stars and a 5 stars hotel. It can be the beautiful fountain pen on a notebook on a spacious desk, the soft slippers, the little gift by the sink, the smell and the light in the room. The soap that they use to clean the room with is not chosen randomly. If you do not care or appreciate those things, you don't want to pay for it either. But then you also know that you are satisfied with average. But when it comes to interior printing, these things matters to the designer. And that is why we will continue to push you to develop. Because we need you. We need this technology to create the unique and special spaces and rooms that we want to. Let the market know what the opportunities there are and show them that you have material theft and you have the interest and care about finding the right wanted surface. A sequence from the film you saw earlier show how I was given the opportunity to go to Netherlands with Canon to fine-tune the method and the equipment I was using. When I returned to Norway, there was another challenge coming up when I was working with the reconstruction of old wallpaper. To find exactly the pixel, the report, the repetitive pattern was so difficult. I had never felt so strongly to find my inner Rain Man, but guess what? It's not there. I'm not that gifted. It was very demanding work, but I also was very frustrated not to find the help that I needed to get this automated. Business developer Anton Strand from Canon Norway brought this problem to the Norwegian University of Science and Technology in Gjøvik, and Professor Marius Pedersen, the head of the Department of Computer Science. And guess what? They already had this technology available, but they had never thought of the fact that this could be used in other areas. So Professor Marius Pedersen got started on adopting it, and 1 year later the program is actually a reality and in great use. And I think Professor Marius said it pretty well himself.
One important aspect is to have meeting places, where those from technology meets with the creative. A key aspect, at least for me, is being able to grasp and understand what the problem is. often understanding or knowing is the problem, while the solution from technology perspective is not always complicated. There are also examples where the dialogue between the creative and the technologists result in novel things. With regards to the wallpaper project, by using advanced image processing techniques, we were able to automate processes that were time-consuming. We did not want to replace the creative, but rather giving a tool that would allow the creative to be productive, or perhaps even more creative.
I repeat again, develop for the creative and the technologies goes together. I was invited by Canon Norway to participate in a new project this summer. To take care of cultural heritage is one of the matters closest to my heart. To ensure we do not become a generation where all is digitalized and we forgetting what makes our history. We control fantastic technology, and I think we should continue to use it wisely. Customers with such inspiring ideas like the next project are always a joy to work with. And everybody was getting a lot of energy from bringing this to life. But also, as you all know, the big vision is in the details. So here I can give it to Chris and how Canon helped it bringing this unique vision come to life, and where all the details are truly right.
Thank you, Jorren. I'm standing here in Venlo, the Netherlands, in the new headquarters of Canon Production Printing. This is the home of Canon large format graphics, and I want to explain you how we developed a great solution for people like Jorren and her customers and what they're really looking for. But first, I want to start with why. Why did Canon do this? Well, in short, because it's an emerging, but also very exciting market. Trends in decor are changing constantly, whether it's for office space, businesses or retail, or whether it's for your own home, your own living space. Designs have to be more adaptable, more personalized, and more dynamic. But also business-wise, this is a very promising market to step into. Market figures show that the demand for printed interior decor is growing day by day. And this is creating new business opportunities for the large format graphics sector. As opposed to other segments of the wide format application space, this is one where you can realize high margins and create real customer loyalty. But if it's such an Eldorado, why isn't everybody doing it? Well, because it needs to be done right. There's some typical pain points in this industry that you need to be aware of and that you need to avoid. But before I go deeper into them, I want to sketch you the opportunities that digital brings. Because this is really about more than what you remember as a wallpaper from your grandmother's living room. Digital printing lets you produce tailored, customized wall coverings with infinite creative possibilities, breaking free from the conventional repeating patterns. Apart from the creative side, there's also short lead times and the elimination of stock and warehousing, which make that this is a huge industry opportunity. But there's also another side of the medal. Customers can be very, very demanding. This is a market where quality, perception, and an impeccable finish are key. Now, there are lots of technologies available in the market, and all have their positive traits. There are some pain points that are hard to overcome. Let's take a closer look. First of all, your color needs to be there. You need to have a high color gamut, because you can't have washed out prints. But that's not enough. The color needs to be there, and it needs to be there the same every time again. When you print something, the left side of the panel needs to be exactly the same as the right side of the panel, but that's not enough. When you do lots of jobs, lots of reruns, they need to be the same color time and time again. You can't have it that the first 50 meters of your production is one shade of color and then turns into another one. And then if you have to do a rerun the day after, it'll be a third shade of that color. This will lead to a lot of inefficiencies, a lot of frustration, and ultimately a lot of rework. As most wall coverings are produced in multiple panels, another problem can appear: dimensional stability. Even if the wall that you have to decorate is meters high, if the sizes between the two panels are even a millimeter off, it will look very amateur-like. Specialists are highly sensitive to this, but you can spot it quite easily yourself as well. Have a look here, for example. Apart from these obvious pain points, there are also other success factors that can make you more or less welcome in the market. For example, can you print on a wide variety of media? Not just paper-based or not just coated materials, but also how durable and robust are your prints? Especially in a B2B environment, you might get a lot of people traffic, which means occasionally you might have to clean the prints. So the better your output holds up to mechanical wear and tear, and the more resistant to cleaning chemicals there are, well, the more welcome you are in the market. Here at Canon, we developed a unique ink technology, UVGEL. It's at the heart of our Colorado series of roll-to-roll printers, and it's the perfect fit for the interior decor and printed wall covering market. It takes the advantages of the traditional ink technologies while leaving out many of their limitations. It combines the quality, the speed, and the versatility that you need to tackle this market. UVGEL prints are highly robust. They withstand scuffing and scratching, even in high traffic environments. Prints made on the Colorado also excel in dimensional stability, thanks to our low heat printing process and our unique media tracking system. Color consistency and continuity is outstanding due to the accurate placement of the ink and the fact that we print with a gel, which means that we have our dot gain completely under control. A unique curing concept called Flex Finish produces a smooth matte effect with vibrant colors on almost any media, including uncoated and porous substrates. What's more, we actually developed this velvety matte finish based on the feedback from interior architects and decor specialists. And last but not least, UVGEL prints are completely odorless and have all the interior certifications needed to tackle this market. But we didn't stop there. We know that the industry and specialists are looking for a high volume, reliable, true production solution. So we came up with the UVGEL Wallpaper Factory. If I had to describe it in one sentence, it would be a high volume, true production, digital wallpaper factory on a compact footprint. A factory in a box, actually. This is what it looks like. What you just saw is a fully integrated end-to-end solution for mass-customized wallpaper printing. It's designed for maximum throughput, combining high quality and non-stop production. The UVGEL Wallpaper Factory is completely automated and modular. it's a production line that sets you up for true unattended printing. From bulk media rolls on the input side to finished wallpaper rolls on the output side ready to ship off. So now you've seen how Canon approaches technology. We always develop things with the end application in mind. We try to solve the customer's problem. Now let's get back to Norway, to Jorunn. And let's visit a customer who is reviving 100-year-old wall decor heritage in Norway with the UVGEL wallpaper factory.
En 6-farget trykkmaskin. Maskinen kan kjøres med hvilken som helst hastighet. Farten reguleres ved å trykke på en knapp. Etter at fargen trykt på papiret, blir det hengt opp i lange bukter som vandrer nedover tørkeapparatet, for så å snu og komme tilbake til nedrullingsmaskinen, hvor det rulles opp i baller. Alt foregår automatisk. Når tapetet rullet opp i baller, blir det preget i disse maskiner med eller uten farger. Etter pregingen blir tapetet rullet opp i småruller for ekspedisjon. Fabrikken har spesialisert seg på norske brukskunsttapeter og vaskbare tapeter i vakre, moderne mønstre og farger.
Når vi har vært gjennom den bunka nå, opp til 150 år gamle tapeter, så ser vi at fargebruken, den høyaktuell i dag.
Ja, det er kjempegøy. Tilbake igjen der hvor vi en gang var.
Valle tapetfabrikk det og var en produksjonsbedrift som produserte tapeter, veggbekledning.
Altså, min tilknytning til Valle og Valle tapetfabrikk begynte jo egentlig fra jeg var født. Familien min har liksom da alltid vært i området. Vi har alltid hatt Valle tapet på veggene i alle hus jeg bodde i. Fant ut at dette var vel egentlig noe vi hadde lyst til å gjøre sammen. Og etter hvert så bøy muligheten seg. Han har jo tatt vare på alt det gamle, all historien. Og det er ikke bare tapetprøver, det er også faktisk prøver, altså originale tegningene, som kunstnerne en gang i tiden lagde. Og dette er selvfølgelig en skatt.
At man kan videreføre det, og det historikken og interessen som egentlig er for tapeter nå.
Vår oppgave blir jo å forvalte denne kulturarven med ny teknologi.
Og hvis de da klarer å gjenskape det som har historisk verdi, så vil man klare det med ny teknologi.
Altså, nå har vi jo sittet og sett og gravd i tapeter som er opp til 150 år gamle i dette arkivet, og vi finner skatter på skatter. Helt fantastisk.
Så ser vi at det er så mye aktuelle ting.
Og med den nye teknologien i dag så kan man justere fargene, du kan lettere bestemme hvilket papir du skal bruke, og du kan i tillegg produsere kun det du har behov for.
Da får du akkurat den fargen du skal ha, du får akkurat det mønstret du skal ha, det uttrykket, den stemningen. Ved å skifte tapet i et rom, eller tapetsere et rom, det er jo den raskeste måten å endre stil og stemning og farge på et rom. Så jeg tenker at tapet har jo egentlig aldri vært mer aktuelt, fordi det er så store muligheter for å få det personlig.
Nå som vi har valgt de designene som vi tror er verdt å satse på, så skal de digitaliseres. Da skannes de inn. Og etter at de har skannet inn, så må de også jobbes med, for noen av dem er jo ødelagte. Og det må repareres. Og nå er det utviklet et nytt program fra NTNU på Gjøvik, som gjør den prosessen mye enklere. Og den klarer å finne rapporten med en gang. Og den klarer også å se områder og hente og kopiere over de ødelagte områdene. Har du fått kopiert over og fått ut de gamle plekkene nå? Det ser sånn ut?
Ja, den er helt renskap og fin.
Det er først nå som egentlig teknologien passer til vår bruk. Og det skyldes jo da at denne nå er helt matt. Den kan jo kjøre både matt og blank, men tapet skal ofte være helt matt. Og da kan vi kjøre 3 ruller med vanlig mål ved siden av hverandre. Så kan man nå ta det over hit, og da har man da plutselig muligheten til å skjære det med den nøyaktigheten som man trenger når vi snakker tapet.